Hello, hello once again, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Nuttall20, and I'm sat alongside the one and only Yorkshire Tea.
Good evening, people.
He's even holding a cup of tea right now.
I feel knackered. I need it, otherwise I'm going to fall asleep.
Well, hopefully this will be somewhat interesting for you. And frankly...
You make it sound like I haven't been having an absolute riot with Bioshock so far.
Well, I think you've been having fun with it, but...
I've certainly been having something that approximates the feeling of fun, on occasion.
And the viewers have been quick to point out that you've actually been paying attention to lots of the games. So.
I've been paying attention?
Yes, apparently.
Ooh, I think that's the nicest thing anyone said to me all fortnight.
They were very impressed by the attention that you paid to the game. So there you go. There is somebody talking somewhere. Probably a respawn splicer of some sort.
Did that guy just say I was a shining light in the murk? Okay,
Yeah.
I take it back. That's the nicest thing anyone said to me all fortnight.
Then he tried to shoot at you. I honestly have no idea what's going on at this point.
So, here we are in Hephaestus, which is basically Andrew Ryan's great big lair, I guess.
I mean, like, it's nearly the power station, right?
Right, so, okay, now that I've regained my mojo here, the objective at this point is to find this guy. Or rather, we need to get through this door.
Yes.
Okay.
And it seems like Andrew Ryan was an electrical engineer at some point, which is...
You sure?
I think it was mentioned in the audio logs that he was a very fine electrical engineer.
No. Isn't it? No, I thought there was. I thought there was this super talented electrical engineer that he's got him to do. He's got to do all the work for him.
No, I think that's Ryan himself that did that.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, because I'm pretty sure there was an audio log in the last session, and bearing in mind this was 2 weeks ago, that
I think we're remembering the same audio log.
But it was about somebody. It was about some lady who was basically trying to get information out of a nerdy tech electrician who was like a super genius.
Oh, maybe that's it.
Yes.
Maybe.
Because I mean that would contradict sort of like the general impression that they've been giving of Andrew Ryan this entire game, which is basically that what Andrew Ryan has actually achieved is rather nebulous. He's certainly been very, very good at getting other people to do stuff for him, and he's certainly been pretty good at manipulating other people, but I'm not entirely sure what it is his actual skills are. But
yes,
I'm sure we'll find out.
This is why I thought the electrical engineer thing made sense, right? It was like, oh, okay, so this is like the reason he's able to do
that
certain
seems
things.
that seems far too proactive and impressive for Mr. Andrew Ryan.
That's true. You've been down this way before, I believe.
But I...
Oh, you didn't forget anything.
Oh, I thought... Au contraire.
A couple of dollars, yes, and a corpse. Ooh, there is a safe.
Double au contraire.
Au contraire? Come on, that was pretty good. You've got to give me that one.
Oh, I'm not in the mood for this. Should have stayed in Wales.
Just sit down and start hacking, man. You'll feel right at home.
No, this is too much for me to hack. I'm not awake enough to hack.
Napalm is pretty good.
I mean, probably... Ooh.
Pistol rounds are also handy.
I mean, I kind of would like to just take the saw.
Take the saw
and just start sawing people.
Oh, that'd be pretty good, wouldn't it? So a question that's actually, like, being posed that I remember from the comments for you is, what kind of impression do you have of Bioshock as, like, a shooting game before you started? Did you, like, have an idea of what kind of game it was, or...?
Well, I mean, I knew that it was a first-person shooter.
Okay, fine.
A first-person shooter which was very much built in the vein of Half-Life. As in, you know, it is a shooting third-person exploration game.
Yep.
Sort of, you know... I mean, I never played the original System Shock, so, I mean, my closest comparison would be, I would say, to Half-Life and Half-Life 2.
Yep. Yeah, so that's interesting. And do you think that's, like, it feels different now to those games? That's the second question that's been posed to you.
Well, okay, well, so the atmosphere is definitely goofier.
Yep.
I feel like the world building, whilst there's probably more of a world that they are trying to build here,
yep.
and there's more of a storyline than what Half-Life and Half-Life 2 are trying to build, which is basically, you know, There are some aliens. I mean, the plot to Half-Life and Half-Life 2 isn't particularly fantastic,
There are
but
aliens,
it is the way that they tell it which is so excellent. This, I would say, there is more of a plot, more of a world that they want to tell, but they are telling it in a slightly ham-fisted manner.
I see.
But that's just me.
That's an interesting take.
But on the other hand,
I'm not sure. I don't disagree, but I'm not a huge fan of Half-Life. I only ever played Half-Life 2,
Yeah.
and I'm not a huge fan of it as a game.
I mean, my main objection to the way that they tell the story in Bioshock is that the audio logs feels very, very, I don't know. It's a bit too on the nose.
Okay.
It's a bit too in your face. Okay. So we're looking at some geothermal core here.
Yeah.
Also, and I don't know, it's a bit of a strange thing to say, but the world in Bioshock feels very small. Don't you think? There's actually quite a limited cast of characters in Bioshock.
True.
Like, instead of this vast underwater metropolis, it basically feels like almost kind of like some sort of slightly
There's somebody clearly fighting a Big Daddy.
rather lively. Oh dear. Okay. Get out of there. It kind of almost feels like a bit of like a rather lively New York, district in a Prohibition era New York,
Yeah, true.
where there's maybe about a cast of maybe about sort of 10 or 12 people who control a comparatively small district. Don't you get that feeling? Like,
Yeah,
all the
that's
tapes refer to the
interesting.
same few people. The same few people. Keep getting. Have their logs attributed to them.
Yeah, that's
Each
very
area is
interesting.
dominated by maybe 1 or 2 people. You don't really get the sense that this is a sort of a particularly lived-in place full of huge numbers of people.
Yep.
It feels kind of like a club for sort of almost a university student club that sort of kind of got out a little bit out of hand.
I like that comparison.
Or an internet forum where drama started suddenly flaring up.
You want to fight this Big Daddy? That's the question.
I mean, I do want to fight this Big Daddy. I'm waiting for the caffeine to kick in so I can, Oh, I need to find a place where I can throw clones at it. Oh yes.
I mean, so now the Big Daddy is probably going to die. I just equipped the.
Strikes me that Fontaine wasn't overly inconvenienced by his own demise. On New Year's Eve, his wretched splicers come streaming out of the poorhouses and stormed the proverbial
And he
barricade.
wasn't dead.
The dead rot in the streets. Johnny and Jamie's citizen are lined up round the block for plasmids. Anything to help fend off the rabble.
Oh, what a shot. Everyday Life in Rapture. A Triptych by Yorkshire Tea. Yes, please.
Oh, excellent. Did all this research for anything?
God, I really should have been doing those earlier, shouldn't I?
No, like, you've been fine. You've done a lot of pictures, really. Done a lot of pictures. You've taken a lot of pictures.
I've done a lot of photo things.
Yes. Like, I didn't do very much of this when I played for the first time. I didn't realize how good it was, and like the thread were the guys who
Hey?
I think it's because I've taken so many pictures of that one that he can't do anything. I think he probably got to end his life now.
Right, okay.
I wouldn't use the explosive necessarily with the Big Daddy in play.
What the? Where did you come from? Okay, so he's one of these guys.
Yeah, the ones that shoot fire tend to be.
I'm not quite sure what's going on there.
No, neither am I, but he seemed to be having a good time, so I didn't want to bother him.
Come on then. Come on.
I don't feel like they're doing that much damage with the pistol anymore. This is what the machine gun is there for. This one takes a lot of damage. This one is.
Yeah, this is
Oh. I think you should probably hack it though, because if you can get the Big Daddy to walk past, then there's a chance you can get the bots to deal with it.
Sorry?
If you can hack this, then it can potentially kill the Big Daddy for you by summoning bots onto it.
Can Big Daddies trigger it though?
They can, I believe, if they're in combat with you already.
Let's see.
Ooh, this is a nasty puzzle as things go. You can't complete it.
I'm a little bit annoyed about that.
You didn't take the most efficient hacking route. Like, you might... I don't think you'll run into that problem again. Oh, yeah. Like, you're not taking the correct hacking route, so you're going to die for this. You won't die, actually, because you're down to 0 health. Well, 1 health. You know what to do now. There you go.
The most efficient way.
Well, I mean, like, it avoids problems like that.
Efficiency.
Wow, this one's a dick. I mean, I know what the solution is now, but man, that's actually a lot more difficult than me.
Okay, we'll do it your super efficient way. Super duper efficient.
You missed the one that you knew. Oh, you're good, you're good, you're good. There you go. That was a nasty camera. You might need to start getting more hacking tries.
I think I might.
Do you guys have any idea there's a war on? If you don't follow proper maintenance on those Big Daddies, they burn through those R-34s like them Eve's apple berries go through penicillin. I've got Atlas's goons hitting us non-stop and two-dead mechanics just this week. We need to control costs. If I wanted to deal with amateurs, I would have stayed on dry land.
If I hear one...
Why don't you just fight the Big Daddy? You've got to respawn next to it, remember?
Oh, cool. Oh, okay. Hello? Oh, come on.
Just launch a missile at it, because it's going to kill you, basically, instantly.
Yeah. Oh, actually...
Ooh, that might work. And now just ping it with a bullet.
Hey dude, hey dude.
Ha! You got it! No damage. You should probably heal now, though. Have you ever considered harvesting the sisters?
So?
Have you considered harvesting the sisters?
No.
You don't murder children.
That would be a dick move.
That would be a dick move.
Talking of dick moves, you should have seen Nat playing Fall Guys just before this. I mean, yeah, sure, he came out top, but at what cost?
I did kill a lot
to his
of people.
humanity, to his integrity.
So, for those who haven't played Fall Guys, it's a brilliant game that is basically Battle Royale, but with Mario Party minigames. So, unlike most of the Battle Royale genre, instead of running around trying to pick up weapons and then getting sniped by a 12-year-old who's played 50 years of Halo, somehow, just by being 12, you do little mini-games, and the bottom, like 20 or so, from a group of 60 will get eliminated. And it slowly eliminates people until there's only one person left. And the minigame I was playing was a match minigame where tiles flip over and you see icons on them, and one will show up on screen eventually. You have to jump on that, and all the other tiles disappear. So what I did is I figured out which was the correct tile, and then jumped on the incorrect tile on purpose to trick everybody.
He
So
managed
they all
to...
followed me, and then I killed like 6 or 7 people that way.
Yeah, that was definitely a paradigm move. Okay, no.
You're on no health, aren't you? So why don't you just try and hack it? Even if it kills you, it doesn't kill you, because these aren't lethal.
Right, okay, you know what? Auto hack it is. Hello? Can I...
But you won't be stuck. Here.
Right, so...
Your problem is a first person. You probably do want to heal now, though. You're quite far away from the...
Well, I mean, if I get killed, then I just, you know...
You just respawn, yeah, but it's like... The health kits are there to, like, for convenience.
Alright.
You know? Also restores your Eve.
Why do you care about this particular clone? This clone protagonist.
I don't care about the clone, I care about, like, time.
Oh, hello. Hello?
Where'd he go? He's like, I'm out, later. He's like, fair enough, I guess.
This is very sus.
It is very sus.
Oh, come on!
That was pretty hilarious.
I should have paid attention to that guy earlier on. Alright, okay. This is the Evil Within all over again. Ooh, right.
Thrower range isn't very great because you do it from melee anyway.
I think probably this grenade launcher.
Either that or pistol damage increase or shotgun rate of fire. Probably pistol damage or the grenade launcher. Now, you know what I would probably do? Grenade launch damage immunity? And then you can just point blank stuff. You can just, fire a grenade in somebody's face from 5 seconds.
Yeah, I suppose, yeah.
Like, it makes it a lot more utile, I think.
Utile?
Yes. Utile. It's like,
Utile.
Yeah.
I mean, I like my words and all, but utile, is that even a word?
I think
if it is a
word.
I don't like it. Ugh. Okay, right, what are we gonna get?
Hold on. Get extra slots first, I think. Because I think you're, like, quite well equipped in terms of tonics. So you probably want more slots more than anything else. So I'd unlock one of each slot, I think, and that'll take you down 240, and then you'd have 80 to spend on, like, something interesting.
So no plasma slots then, you reckon?
I don't think there's much you do with the plasma slots. And then physical tonic. And then just pick out something interesting. Well,
we're not actually finding any of these.
No, we aren't. They're not very good.
Having said that, I mean, we do have seemingly like 4 more things on the Metro. We can't be nearing the end of the game.
No. There's still more to do.
God, how long does this game go on for?
A while.
Solid.
Hacker's Delight is pretty good. And then, yeah, you've got everything you want, unless, like, there's Electric Flash. If you go down, yeah, take that. That's real good. Because that amps all electricity damage.
For big daddies.
Yeah, and I'd put that in the 5th slot you just used. Much better than static discharges. Much, much better.
An assassin. Oh, that's rich. I could have gone along, I suppose. Spliced up. Forgot. I believed in this place. I believed in Ryan. But when it got hard, Ryan didn't believe in Rapture. Didn't believe in the Great Chain. He believed in power. And now this place is busto. And my girl is... gone. Worse than gone. One of those... things. So am I an assassin? Well, only one way to find out.
You probably want to go back to that chamber with the water that you walked past earlier.
I know. I'm just.
I know you're walking around and exploring. That's
Yeah,
fine.
I'm just. Oh, look at that pet bar. That pet bar could have filled my health to max if I got that perk. Oh well. Perk. Whoops, wrong game.
It is a perk, to be fair. Like, you're not wrong in your identification.
It is a perk in the general sense. Okie dokie, let's go. Yeah.
You've got a lot of E right now, so I think for wrench bashing is a good idea at the moment. Like, a lot of the game, and I think you probably know this by now, is kind of figuring how much you have of each resource and then using it based on that. Somebody tripped up your alarm.
I bet it's that guy again. No, I'll let him do it. Gazeebots, have your fun. Oh, come on, really?
Just turn invisible. Easy peasy. You see? No surprises if you can turn invisible. Check the ceiling, perhaps? Might be trying to drop spider slices on you. Oh, nothing there.
Sure is a lot of dead bodies.
Yes, the game goes for a little bit of a horror-y feel. But it doesn't really work when you're like this unstoppable killing machine.
I mean, I'll be honest. I mean, it was kind of never going to work in an LP format.
No,
Anyway, because we're sitting in a big, lit room. Doesn't really. If we do win. Oh, come on. Well, yeah, quite. Yeah, come on
I
then.
think you got all of.
Come on
Oh
then.
no, it's still on fire.
Imagine the will it took to create a place like this. And what have you built? Nothing. You can only loot and break. You're not a man. You're just a termite at first sight.
Yeah, well, Will doesn't really, stack bricks or lift crates. I'm kind of getting the impression that Andrew Ryan is one of those guys who, like, when given a project at school, like, he would have gotten, they would have formed into pair, and he would supervise.
Probably. Yes.
And he'd be like, I'll just supervise, I'll observe, I'll take down notes, whilst he got the other guy to do everything for him.
Yeah, I think that is probably a fair description of what Andrew Ryan's are like.
I bet he never got good marks.
No, I'm betting you right. He did get good marks and then claimed all the credit for it.
Either way, I mean, I am looking forward to killing this guy. I bet he's probably going to be like, well, I wanted you to kill me all along, so actually I'm really enjoying it. As a double fake out, and I'll be like, well, I'm enjoying this anyway. This works out for both of us.
Nothing here you really want.